the music industry or the entertainment industry is one that can employ even 80% of its people in the country, direct and indirect.
So that's where I get all my energy from the stage to the studio and to my desk. I am the energy god, and you can be one too.
You're listening to Adeshokwe Live, the Afrobeats podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to a brand new edition of Adeshokwe Live, the official Afrobeats podcast, where we break down the hottest topics in the culture. And usually I'm joined by a superstar to rock with me one-on-one and chop it up. As always, if you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscription button right now. Let's get our numbers going up. The bigger our platform gets, the better we're in position to promote our people, our culture, without waiting for anybody to do so. Now, this is brought to you by Anko Car Sales. If you're in the UK and need yourself a brand new car, family car, a drive-around car, go-to-work car, any type of car at all you have to do is follow Anko Car Sales on social media. Send them a DM, tell them Shopsy sent you, and they'll give you a personal shopper who will look at your budget and try to make your dream car happen. Now, in addition to that, wherever you are in the UK, they will deliver at your doorsteps. How far? Yes, you. If you're a Nigerian in diaspora, this message is for you. Did you know that you can open a bank account in Nigeria without stepping foot in the country? Yes, you can. If you're based in the UK, USA, Europe, or Canada, you can open a bank account in Nigeria easily. How, you might ask? It's called Non-Resident Bank Verification Number. It's a game changer for Nigerians abroad. All you have to do is go to the NRBVN website, register, get your number, and voila, you're ready to open a bank account with Wema Bank easily. And guess what? Wema Bank has made it 100% digital, which makes it seamless, no stress, no hassle. Once you get your non-resident bank verification number, you download the Alert app, the first fully digital bank in Nigeria, and you can start transacting in minutes. All you have to do is register or onboard, and this process takes less than 5 minutes. No stress, no queues, no paperwork, just you, your telephone, and Wema Bank. And there's more. With the Alert app, Nigerians in diaspora can do so much more. You can take full control of your finances back home. You can save in Naira and earn high interest rates with Alert Goals. You can send money to loved ones back home, or you can invest in opportunities that keep you connected with the growth in Nigeria. So it's all about staying financially empowered. You can open a Wema Bank account anywhere in the world today and start enjoying the full benefits of banking the Niger way. Now, this is also brought to you by the Energy God Energy Drink. Drink and stay energized. Be yourself. Support the movement is for us by us. So go to energygod.com and place your order. In addition, Nala Money. What is Nala Money? That is how you send money to family members back home. Sometimes we even say it's not even about sending money, it's about sending love. So send love through Nala Money. Download the app right now. Send it through, and family members can smile and reminisce that they've got family members that care about them. So it's Nala Money. Make sure you do that. Now, in the studio for the second time ever, this is a returnee in 2025. It is my brother all the way from the Pearl of Africa, East Side, representing Eugene to be exact. Bebe Cool is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. What's up?
My brother, we finally broken the chains.
You know.
Listen, you look incredible, man. How was your trip coming to town again?
Man, it was good. I mean, first I used Uganda Airlines to drop in Gatwick, so that's a milestone.
Amazing.
Yeah, very happy. So, and the flight was smooth. Only that, as usual.
As always, there's going to be one or two things.
Yes.
You know, you're tired. And because you flew all night as well.
Oh yeah. How's London?
Listen, bro, London has been very interesting. The weather, I think you brought the sunshine from Uganda, I've got to be honest, because the last couple of days has been nothing but rain.
Oh.
Nothing but rain.
We come with the pearl weather.
You came with the pearl weather, absolutely. Listen, you're also representing the Break the Chains.
Yes.
Congratulations on this game-changing album.
Thank you.
How was the last couple of months promoting this album. How has it been for you as a person and musically for you as an artist?
It's been a great journey. It's been one that I think I needed to do on behalf of the whole of East Africa and Eastern Central Africa, because amazingly we did this in Uganda, the full tour, but we went to Kenya and did the whole complete week, and then we went to Tanzania, Dar es Salaam. So the reception was amazing. As in, people are like, okay, this is what is supposed to be done. You guys, I mean, it's like awakening every other artist to do the same thing all over. So it was amazing, one-on-one with DJs, presenters, club owners.
When was the last time you did that?
Oh, it's crazy. It's over 20 years back, man.
Because I heard, I was keeping tabs with you.
Yes.
And I was speaking to parts of management. I'm like, how's everything going? And I was told that even in Tanzania, some of the presenters were like, where have you been?
That's true. I remember we spoke about this in the first podcast. You're
absolutely.
Like, you need to move.
Come on. Like, why? You're maybe 1 hour, 45 minutes from Tanzania. You're that from Rwanda.
It's the most crazy thing, and I don't think I can do that mistake again. Every year, I think the minimum number of times to fly within the East African countries must be 4.
That's amazing.
Must be 4. I mean, these guys, we just have to keep in touch. Yeah.
Musically, of course, when the album dropped, there's so many people, you have so many collaborators on there, but instantly in Uganda, having Joshua Baraka,
yes,
that spiked right away.
Yes, it was a choice that I think we did right. And also that the acceptance of the kind of music now, the sound, that was very crucial.
Yeah.
And I think it's ringing a bell in the ears of the people of East Africa that, you know what, it's time, and the acceptance is perfect.
Initially, when you started to sample, the records and started to drop singles,
yes,
there was a lot of resistance.
Yes,
in the comments, and
exactly.
There was a lot of resistance.
Yes.
But now it looked like, how was that for you initially, knowing fully well that you were being intentional with the sound, but getting that type of response?
I expected it because I know how rigid Uganda can be, or East Africa, because of the issue, the fact that we are so much dancehall, oriented.
You heard what DJ Tunes
yes.
instantly said to you. Are you still on dancehall?
On dancehall.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think it's understandable, though. The young people had already shown us where to go, and there's no excuse about it. I mean, by welcoming West Africa artists, South African artists, they're saying, guys, this is what is trending. You need to move. So I think the bet was right for us for that album, Break the Chains. We need to do now the sound that that goes global, and that's the topic we started, and it also vibrated into the media, because in the beginning it was just most of them were seeing me as a guy who's gonna just try this can't work, and but as I speak now, the page is totally different. Everybody is now paying full attention to the type of music.
When I came to Uganda, there were 2 things that we were pushing. One was obviously the fact that the sound had changed, and that we wanted people to accept this new sound, especially from Uganda.
Yes.
But the second thing was that to really push that Ugandans use streaming a lot more.
Yes.
How has that been? Have you seen any changes in the numbers? Has anything shown you that people are starting to respond at home for that advocacy
We have
to use streams?
100%. I mean, now everybody is coming out to talk about the streams, talk about the numbers, which wasn't happening before. I mean, when you do, recently, I've just seen Joshua's team advertising the milestone on streaming. And then recently, another lady artist who released the album, also uh, in one day, this number of streams. So that's the kind of culture that you know. And then, of course, when it comes to mine, everyone is always following
Yeah.
the media personalities. There's a big argument about the impact of my album.
Wow.
Because the media personalities, every time they're talking about, if someone comes and says the album hasn't moved, the only answer to that, the only, you know, evidence that everybody
Yes,
goes to
streams.
look out is the streams.
No way.
So we're no longer talking about his songs. We're now talking about streams. And that's exactly what
That was
my
the
intention
agenda.
was. Yeah, that was the agenda. Because, you know, it's obvious. So now every artist is understanding understands the game is now streams.
Your release party in Uganda was one of a kind. I'm sure it was probably the first of its kind in Uganda.
Yes.
A lot of entertainers, your colleagues, young or different generations, people came out to celebrate with you
Yes.
that day. What is the atmosphere amongst Ugandan artists now? You know, we know that within other markets like in Nigeria and co, there's a lot of collaborative efforts.
Yes.
Hence why the music continues to push forward and do what it's doing. What is the atmosphere around Ugandan musicians? Is there a lot more joint working and collaborative effort now?
Yes. There's much more than what it was before. I think before that album release, artists in Uganda were a bit shy about. They were unintentional. They weren't intentional on doing that. I mean, now we've had again another album being listened to recently in the same place, same manner, same kind of thing.
No way.
And we have 2 more bookings of different artists who are going to do
the
album
same thing.
listeners there. So,
So you've opened the doors.
exactly, and we have so many artists now who have decided to go back to studios and do albums. Yes. Now the next question is which albums, but we've also gotten calls. You know, every time Bush is getting calls from different artists to link them up for other
With
productions,
producers and
the
stuff based
producers.
on what they heard from your
Exactly.
work.
Exactly. So, and Joshua has also shown that, you know what, that's the direction to go. So now everyone is eager to do something totally different, and the acceptance they've lost that. I think there was this major fear. There was about the fear. I mean, am I the one going to introduce the sound? If I do introduce the sound, then I'm not going to get a gig. Yeah, you know,
because that could affect the bookings. Because the sound back home is not really
different. Yes, but then based on what is happening now, I think 80% no more shy. They're gonna do intentional. Yeah, but it's happening well. It's happening, and we're talking. Everybody else is, but the album up to today is number one topic.
No way.
Yes, up to today is the number one topic.
That's incredible. But that also shows not only the work that you put into creating the album, but the work that you put into marketing the album.
Yes.
I've said it already. This is your second time in the UK in the last 7 months.
Yes.
And this is probably the first time you've been in the UK in the last 10 years. So to have come twice in 6 months,
Yes.
when the last time you showed up here for work was maybe 10,
True.
12 years
True.
ago,
Very
you know,
true.
that shows a completely change, not only in mindset and energy and marketing strategy.
Very true. It's needed, it's necessary, and now what I'm looking at is combining efforts now with other artists also to you know, open up collaborations. You know, I want to work more with the Ugandan artists or East African artists who are moving.
Yep.
The BN is moving.
Bien,
Joshua is moving.
I was just gonna actually talk about those artists. Like Bien just had a great performance in London, a sold out show.
Yeah.
He has a trending record. I'm actually wearing a t-shirt of his. Bien, all my
Yes.
enemies are suffering. You already.
Yes.
What are your thoughts about, you know, an artist like Bien and Kenya, you know, him carrying Kenya on his back as well and pushing from that angle?
That's exactly what we need to do. I mean, someone just has to come and do it. Bien is doing exactly the right thing, because you just imagine if Bien wasn't doing anything,
Absolutely.
then that means
That's
Kenya
it.
would have been gone.
Wow. That's crazy to think about,
Yes.
because
If
even before BN, it was Sauti Soul.
yes. So
So
minus Sauti Soul, at least BN says
BN is
no.
still pushing.
If Sauti is not pushing,
I'm
I'm
still
gonna
there.
push as BN. So there's that thing that our people need to see quickly. There's going to be one or two artists who are going to have to carry the cross. So if you look at Tanzania, it's still you're talking about Diamond.
Absolutely. I wanted to talk about that. Like, Diamond Platinum's energy when it
Yes.
comes to marketing,
Mm.
promotion,
Yes.
collaboration,
Yes.
just pure visibility.
Yes.
I think I'd have to say on the continent
Mm.
is unmatched.
Yes.
Talk to me about your thoughts on that young man.
No, truly, give credit to who deserves credit when they
100%.
do work, when they put up, works, because I understand what it takes. It takes commitment, it takes finances, it takes thinking, it takes a lot of hard work, sacrifice. You let go of everything else but focus on certain things. So I give the young man credit 100% because he's pushing.
Facts.
You know how it is when it comes to the fact that our East African people haven't combined
Yep.
to push as a combined force.
Yep.
But he has actually inspired that kind of push. So when I see BN pushing that way, when I see another team in Uganda pushing
Yep.
Joshua Baraka, now I also start to push. So you understand that at least you can now talk about 5 artists within the region.
Yep.
So if that work can be that kind of thing can be done for the next 3-4 years,
Yeah.
we've got global stars.
One of the most difficult or challenging things that I've also noticed in East Africa.
Yes.
My brother, be careful with the line. Sorry. One thing that I also noticed with East Africa is the young people have become very vocal with governance and leadership changes, and whether it's Kenya, whether it's Uganda. But what I know is number one, it's very important for young people to be vocal, to demand change, to ask of their leaders to do better. It's important, it's very necessary. But when it mixes with entertainment, sometimes
Yes.
can be a little bit toxic and
Yes.
detrimental. And
Yes.
example will be in Congo,
Yes.
where when the combatants were the most vocal and were stopping Congolese musicians from performing outside of Congo, it stopped the growth of Congolese music for over 15, 17 years. Justified, arguments, justified demand for justice, asking better of their leaders. But once it starts to affect the creative industry, it also stops the young people. How do we balance that where we encourage our young people to have their voices, speak up for the people, but also find a way not to denigrate the young people because they're the ones in the creative industry too?
Yeah. It's a two-way traffic thing. I mean, I'm a victim of that. Musically, my involvement with government and leadership was to give a chance for the leaders to understand the sector. Because from a distance, they didn't understand the importance of the sector or even understand the sector. They just
thought it's just young people just being silly.
that these are just rastas. These
Yeah.
are just,
That's the
musicians,
African
just
way.
that.
Troublemakers.
They weren't looking at it as an economy of its
Absolutely.
own. I mean, this is an economy that works night and day.
Facts.
Okay. And today, when you look, governments all over the world, they can't employ even 25% of their own populations. Now, the culture sector, the music industry or the entertainment industry is one that can employ even 80% of its people in the country,
Facts.
direct and indirect.
Indirect.
So the problem that we were having in Uganda at that time is the people in government did not care. So the laws were old. You say that's 1960s. How in today's technology could there be any law that we still using yet it's from the 1960s where there wasn't any single computer or something
In 2025.
2025.
Hi
So
there. If you're in Europe or the United States of America and want to send money back home to family and friends, look no further than downloading the Nala Money app. Send love home through Nala Money as easy as can be. All you have to do is download the app and boom, you can start the process. And guess what? For your first $50 or more money back home, you can get $10 cash back by using my promo code SHOPSY. So what you waiting for? Download the app right now and start sending love home. Make sure you follow the Nyla Loves Nigeria Instagram page whilst you're
the
at
game
it.
was, let me get close to the president, let him understand me. When he understands me, I mean, you
creative.
understand the creative. So he started to bring closer comedians, actors, actresses. We kept on pushing. So as much as we were talking about it on the other side, we were also getting close to tell him, until when he got to different times when he asked different people to write different policies and this and that, and then gave them. He sent us to now do all sorts of meetings to discuss and
What are the
say,
trouble? What are the
where's
problems?
the
What can
trouble?
government do?
What can government do? Stuff like that. And that's what we've been doing for the last 15 years.
Wow.
And now at least we know the amendments have been done. They're yet to pass. There are just a few things to be touched. We can see that now government also directly funds, does the funding, has started to fund in the last 6 years. I think is not less than if I'm not wrong, not less than $10 million directly funding artists.
Wow.
Yes, directly. They even have planned to fund, to immensely fund the arts, because we're saying, what does the sector contribute to the GDP?
Yeah.
0.03%. So if it does that, how much are you putting back into the sector?
So you're looking based on the percentage
exactly
that it contributes to the GDP.
Exactly.
Then give us back that
so
in investment.
when you come back to the dangers of having gone close, taken the music into the politics, yes, the danger was going to be there because it was bringing sentiments.
Yeah, because there's going to be sentiments. People will say you're getting close to leadership that we're not happy with.
Yeah, we know they've been putting that issue, the side of the people. But for us, what we were looking for at that time was to teach governance the importance of rectifying this sector that can employ even the uneducated. So now everybody, you go musicians, actors, actresses, managers. People are opening up studios. All the media,
bar and club owners.
You can look at the media. You can look.
Yeah, when I came to Uganda, I had such an amazing time with the media, radio, television.
Everybody now
is entertainment.
Today's world is about content.
Facts.
And who has more content than artists, than
Facts.
people in our... So you find so many podcasts coming up. People are getting... YouTubers are developed. Everything is all within the same sector. So now at least we understand, and we've decided that in the next coming presidential campaigns, we intend to separate music from politics. We have that. I have drawn up a plan.
Absolutely.
Where we definitely will only go to entertain.
So musicians don't feel the brunt of their affiliations with politicians.
Yes, now we are going now to entertain, because even the politicians themselves have now shown us that they have understood. Yes, it was very important. And I think that's what other countries must do. The artists must make sure that their leaders understand the sector. Because you want them to rectify the issues, but they don't understand the sector. The only things they understand are the usual, official things.
Yeah,
this one is a disruptive era.
And
things
the creative
totally
industry is
it's totally different. You can't have studied about it before.
Absolutely. You have to be current.
Who knew?
AI has come.
Exactly.
So if you're not making laws, if you don't have people that are current with what's going on, you feel 2 years ago, you feel like you were stuck in the dark ages.
Exactly.
2 years ago.
That's true.
Because now AI has come.
Exactly.
So if you're not conversant with it, you don't know how to work with it, you don't understand how it feels, you are instantly now a dinosaur.
That's true.
There's a very important point that I want to bring with the Nigerian women's and stuff, but something just popped up in my mind. I know there was a video that was trending of an elderly Ugandan MP. I can't remember what his name was, but that seemed like it wasn't too healthy, but he was campaigning for re-election again.
Yeah,
Did you
yes.
see that video?
Yes.
What are your thoughts about? Because for me, when I watched that video, as a son, as a grandson,
yes,
I just want my grandpops to be resting somewhere,
oh
man,
well,
and enjoying, man.
well, the good thing is you're asking a person who has an idea as per why.
Mm,
You know, Uganda has had so many civil wars, and there were different pacts that were made. It has nothing to do with an individual wanting to be there. It has everything to do with the
his
pact. You know, we
representation of
had
his
over
people.
15 groups of rebels in the same region.
Wow.
And the peace that you see that the people are enjoying in the country is based on that gentleman you see.
That representation.
That one man.
Wow.
He's the one who managed to put all the rebels to one page and put signatures. But they put different pacts in that one page.
Wow.
Because he is the one who understood their reasoning.
Nobody else had been able
And
to
then
do
he
it.
had to speak with the president. So they say they still, as long as he's alive,
they want him there.
he understands them. And you
Wow.
see, the thing is, it's not that he's really old that much, but it's the Parkinson. So
the
illness and the age factor makes it look, totally. But one thing I can tell you is that the northern part of Uganda, or let's say the Uganda, to get the peace, there has been people who have made sacrifices. You look at South Sudan today, you're looking out for that person who can make those sacrifices for South Sudan to get
be peaceful.
peace, permanent peace. So when those people are there, it's unfortunate, of course, that our people don't have that much information, and you're going to find today is the first time someone speaks about it. Because they don't know. Even Ugandans, like the young people, don't have a single idea. I mean, it's if the president goes to the northern part of Uganda to do certain celebrations, the only way the rebel leaders will come out is if that gentleman is seated.
What's his name?
Moses Ali. Unless if he's seated there,
that's when the rebels
they
will come. Wow.
Even the president calls them to take pictures, and he works with them together. The government works with them.
Wow.
You get it? And that's why finally Uganda, the northern part of Uganda, and of course the whole of Uganda has peace. If you remember some few years back, you used to hear, there's fighting in Uganda, there's rebels killing people here and there. These are the gentlemen who have put their lives to make sure that stops all those years, because there were different kinds of rebel groups.
Sure.
Because we're neighboring Congo.
Yep.
And groups keep emerging.
They cross the borderline and
yes. So there is this 1, 2, 3 people who have held now that peace that now you can consider and say for the last 10 years now, Uganda is fully peaceful.
Now, I was just going to go into, in the last 1 week, the Nigerian women's football club team won the CAF championship.
Okay.
The Nigerian women basketball team, they won the basketball championship. Obviously, you see Rema touring, you see Berna touring, you see Wizkid touring, Davido's touring in America. There's so much PR that the creative and the sports industry has handed to the country.
Yes.
At a level that no government PR ambassador spokesperson could have done. Are other countries taking note of that?
Welcome to Uganda, where we are now enforcing it by force. We are saying these 2 sectors are the most important sectors, and the government has taken major steps on it. For example, now you can see that the CAF is in Uganda.
Yep.
So the government of Uganda is building stadiums.
That's good.
Okay. Now you can see that AFCON is coming to Uganda 2027.
It's crazy. That's gonna be crazy.
Africa
That's
Cup
where
of
we gonna
Nations.
be.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Now, when there's AFCON happening, and then you're seeing the likes of Joshua Baraka pushing, Bebe Cool pushing musically, there's football happening, the young boys are playing the soccer. We need about another 5 years to at least get to halfway where Nigeria is. I mean, you need different types of people to be raising the flag left,
On
right,
different
and center.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that the president has intentionally joined the direction, because before it was only the music guys fighting. Now, sports.
You mentioned sports. I met a young man in Uganda when I came over, who also happens to be your son.
Alpha.
A football
Yes.
player
Yes.
who, he told me, he said, listen, man, I can play.
Yeah.
I can play. What is it like being a dad to an athlete when you are a professional musician, but here's your son who is doing something completely different? How do you guide him? If it was a musician now,
Yeah.
I'm sure you come in and say, no, do this, do that. But he is an athlete through and through. He's in the academy.
Yeah.
He's traveling. How do you handle such a responsibility?
Because I was working with the hand in hand with government, I knew that it was the same elements that we were using in the music industry that are applicable for the sports. Because we all collect people, we all entertain people. Sports and music
It's entertainment.
is entertainment. So the element of creating a fan base was what is important. So I wasn't shy about pushing him and his other brothers into soccer. But again, I looked at what I can do if I retire from the music. And I think, to me, it is way easier to end up in the football world, because I can see that Uganda or East Africa is now pushing the football aspect.
Yeah.
And I can see that we're getting, like, now I partner with someone in an academy in Uganda. I've got a friend of mine from Denmark. So I'm seeing the growth of the sector, the football sector, so fast. It feels like maybe 5 years from now, I want to sit in that stadium. Maybe it will be a Manchester Stadium or the Arsenal Stadium, watching my son. And then if one scores a goal, and then they would play my song.
Damn.
That's what I'm looking at, because it will happen. You imagine if Pogba,
Absolutely.
the time when he was playing, he had a father
He used to.
like like the late Lucky Dube.
Yeah.
They would every time he scores a goal or plays
play
well,
that.
the relationship will definitely work out.
100%.
So it's that kind of thing that I can see it's very easy and it's workable. And then also in music, I can serve my fans too, my children, if they're soccer players.
Wow.
And even my children as soccer players can sell me
Fans too.
So imagine if Ronaldo had a father who sings.
So at the dinner table, sometimes, even though you talk love, we also talk exchange of fan bases.
Exactly. If Ronaldo had a father who was singing,
that father would be the biggest
every time he scored a goal, all Ronaldo needed to do was to play the father's single.
It would be the biggest record.
Gets to know that song.
It's the biggest record.
So it's very easy to intermarry fans, because it's entertainment. So for me, that's the best direction I think I can ever.
Finally, we're getting to the second and the final half of the year. There's so many things happening. I know you told me that you're probably looking at a show maybe earlier in 2026.
Yes.
What's the plan for the remainder of the year? You've done an amazing job promoting the album. I'm very, very happy that you stuck to plan and continued your promo journey. You're in the UK at the moment. You're going to be doing all sorts of press, pushing again, showing the young generation that when the project drops, the work starts.
It starts.
It's not a matter
That's
of
true.
it's not like when you give birth to a child, that's when the work starts.
The actual work starts when the project
Exactly.
drops.
So you've done well with that. But
Thank
what
you.
is the next 6 months gonna look like for Bebe Cool?
Well, the next 6 months, we are still pushing the album, and we want to make sure that next summer we do the first concert in London, because I haven't performed here in a very long time. But even before then, between now and then, we want to make sure that we do some collaborations that are major. But I think I'm going to continue doing a lot of media tour. A lot of media touring, a lot of, DJ engagement.
Just familiarization.
Familiarization, and there's a lot that is also changing at the moment. So I want to be moving so that I get to be part of those changes that are happening, because it's insane on how, Uganda, as we keep saying, is the youngest country. The speed at which things get back home shows that we need to keep moving.
Doing stuff.
Exactly.
Because people are now taking from that.
Quickly.
The more they're seeing you,
exactly,
it's reflecting back home. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
So the industry requires another me.
Champions.
The champions. We need to be like 5 people. And we no longer have to see it as Uganda. That's why most of the time now when I speak about my colleagues in East Africa. Because it's the only way. Those numbers are good. 350 to 400 million people within the 7 countries. Everybody needs those. Those are big numbers. South Sudan, Congo, Uganda, Kenya, Rwanda, Burundi, Tanzania. There's no joke. That's a big number. And then they're young people. They're so young. So it's a market. And also when I look at other investments, like banks, big investments, big investors.
Yes.
It tells that it's a region that, all you need to do is to tap on certain things.
And things will happen. Listen, my brother, it's a pleasure to see you once again.
Thank you.
I like what you're doing. I like leaders leading. I like people inspiring the young people. I like the new energy that you found. It's almost like you've rolled back 20 years.
Yeah, man.
You look like a young buck. You're almost competing with your son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the 6-pack now. You know what I mean? But welcome to London.
Thank you.
We're excited to have you here, and we're going to be doing a lot more with you. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers in the room, a round of applause for my brother, Bebe Cool!
That's it.
My brother, that's the energy, man.
The Afrobeats Podcast.
Right. Got that sauce.